Welcome everyone to day 2 of our Winning Mindset Success Series. I'm going to tell you something. For the rest of the day yesterday, I had such an incredible eye-opening for really something that happened to me that I've never had happen to me in my life, which is taking a nugget that Charles Austin dropped in our lap, which was, you don't even know you have the ability to do something until you try. I mean, I'm telling you, when he was talking yesterday, I, that was so profound to me because it was something I had never thought about before. You know, a lot of times in our lives, what we do is we think about what we want to do. We think about what we think we have talent in. We think about what people have shared with us along the way. But what I realized is that each and every one of us has the potential to do just about anything. We just have to try. So if you were not able to get on the call with us yesterday, we do have a link. And if you are registered, like obviously you are registered, you are going to receive that link. Now, what I want everybody to do in 2017 is lift people as you rise. And when you realize that you can lift one person, you can lift 5 people, you can lift 10, not only are you going to succeed faster, but that's the essence of what playing bigger is all about. You know, in 2017, there are 2 mantras that I am really focused on this year. One, play bigger. And what that means is it doesn't matter if you're a CEO, it doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home mom, it doesn't matter what you're doing right now in your life, you can play bigger. You've got the ability, you've got the potential, you deserve it, and you've got the responsibility. The second mantra of 2017 for me is I'm ready to receive and you'll leave ready to achieve. And what I mean by that is every person that you interact with, every meeting that you go to, every call that you get on, every conversation that you have, if you come ready to receive, you will leave ready to achieve. There are so many golden nuggets that are being thrown at you on a daily basis that if you're intentional with who you surround yourself with, and if you're intentional with what you're doing and how you're spending your time, you are going to not only achieve your goals and dreams, but you are going to lift other people as you rise, and you're going to help so many people receive and achieve their dreams and goals. And that's really what our Play It Bigger series is all about. So I am so excited for our topic today. I really want you, if you haven't gone on social media and shared the link, if you haven't shared with your friends and your coworkers and the people that you love, or maybe the people that are your coworkers and you just think, man, I want them to have a breakout year with me. Share this with them. Like I said, even if they're not on live, they'll get the link. But I am so excited about our topic today because it's vitally important for success. But I'm even more excited about our guest for a bunch of different reasons. And you're going to learn very quickly what I'm talking about. And the topic today is surround yourself with talent. Now, obviously, everything starts in the mind. We have to master our mindset. But part of that is surrounding yourself with talent, because at the end of the day, whether you realize it or not, whether you agree with this statement or not, you are the sum of the 5 people you associate with the most. It just is. That is a fact. You are the sum of the 5 people you associate with the most. So you got to evaluate the people that you associate with on a consistent and continual basis. Now, I'm telling you, this is a quote that you surround yourself with amazing grade A talent, and you're going to have to lift your game. You kind of thrive just by being around such people. So, this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to write down the 5 people that you associate with the most and evaluate those people. Are they amazing, grade A talent? Are the people that you are playing life with right now the type of people that are motivating and inspiring you to raise your game? Now, this is what's so awesome is we are getting a tribe of people together right now, a community, a family of like-minded people, and together we're going to do just that. Now, let me tell you, the person that we have on the call today, she happens to be one of the very most successful businesswomen in Russia, but she's also had extreme success here in the United States as well. Um, she is the epitome of surrounding yourself with talent. And I'm just going to really, get out myself out of the way and let Laura share her story and just share some of the things that she's accomplished in her life, but also that she's learned in her life. So, Laura, share with us, take it away, and pour into us. And everybody take notes because she is phenomenal.
Thank you, Jens. Well, I have just a little bit background. I have over 30 years of experience in banking, financial services. Immigrated to the U.S. when I was little, graduated from the University of Texas at Arlington, and worked in the financial banking industry. Last 15 years, I spent working in Russia and building some businesses, startups. Went there for 3-year contract, ended up there 15 years, just returned back home. I guess I really believe in the talent because this has been my mantra for my entire business life and personal life, is that people that surround you, it's very important who you surround yourself with, specifically in the business world. In order for a company, I, as the CEO of companies that I managed in the former Soviet Union, anywhere in any culture, you always have to strive and get a talent on your team. Talented people are the ones that are going to make you look much better in the professional world. A lot of people have a problem with hiring talented people simply because they feel intimidated or they feel insecure that these people are going to do better than they have. And this is what something that is always I try to preach to my second tier management and going down to the corporate world, is that the talent is the one, talented people are going to make the company much better, much more profitable. And my number one success story in the last 15 years has been surrounding myself with a team that went from one company to another company, followed me, and I was sure that they can take a company from A to B, make it profitable, make it good for the shareholders. And this is very important. The talent, it's not the processes in the companies, it's not the IT systems, it's not policies and procedures, it's people that make the company successful. So
And Laura, I'm just going to say, you said something, you're saying a lot of things that's important, but you said something that I think is very, very important. And that is, you said, don't be scared to be around talented people. And that it hit me because I think that's what happens to a lot of people is, for whatever reason, their lack of confidence, they don't feel worthy enough, that they're scared and intimidated and insecure to associate themselves with talented people. But it's really the opposite. If you associate with talented, successful people, it's been my experience that those people, they want to help build you and develop you and promote you. And they, talented, successful, grade A people, they don't want to tear people down. They want to lift people up. And I think it's really important that people realize that if you find yourself not wanting to hire talented people, more talented yourself, or associating with people that are more talented yourself because you are scared or you feel intimidated or you're not worthy, that's the exact opposite of what you want to do. And it's the exact opposite of what you did, and is one of the reasons you're one of the top 10 most successful women named by Forbes magazine, because you understood this principle. And I think another thing that has struck me very hard is you said this has been your mantra your entire life, not just in professional, but in personal. Your entire life, you have made sure you've surrounded yourself with grade A people, and that's huge.
Well, that's what makes you successful, regardless whether in business or in personal life. You can't be just successful in business and have a miserable personal life, because it's gonna, one way or the other, it's gonna represent, or it's gonna reflect in your in your other life that you have. So the positive people and talented people, I always try and tell to my employees and to my people that my team, is that sometimes you have to overcome that, because when you have talented people and you are insecure about hiring them because you think they're stronger than you are, that's what the key to success is. Because when you are afraid that these good people are going to expose your inability to do certain things, you have to take a look on the other side, or at least look at it from a different standpoint. It's these people are going to make you better, going to push you to do a lot better, and actually be all you want to be. So question here is, are you ready to surround yourself with the talent? Because to me, it's a non-brainer. Talent has to be around you in order for you to succeed. You
Right.
can't you can't do it on your own.
Yeah, I love what you said right there. The question is, are you ready?
Yeah.
That is 100%. Are you ready? We go to this next slide, and can I just say, Laura is beautiful. She is
Oh,
gorgeous. She is just as beautiful inside as she is outside. And I'm just going to show a couple of the accolades that she has received. We mentioned being named one of the top 10 most successful women in Russia by Forbes magazine. But she was also 2011 the most extravagant businesswoman of Russia. And you see, and you can just hear, just from the little bit that we've talked to her right now, when did you make the decision that you were going to be ready? How old were you? And what was that like? Like, where was the beginning of that drive, that decision, and that the mantra? When did it all start for you?
it started, believe it or not, back in late 80s. That tells you how old I am. But late 80s, when I started working at FDIC, when the closing in Texas, we were closing banks and S&L crisis. We were first, well, my job was actually my um, goal was to work myself out of the job. So therefore, and this has been like this for the rest of my career. Every time I went for a job, I tried to surround myself with the right people, so I always have a replacement. So I always have someone that can take on my job. That what made me successful is the fact that I built the company, I built people, I got them up to par, and then the company ran by itself. I always wanted that situation where I can leave, I can go overseas, I can come back to the US. And in Russia, for example, when I was building a company, the company was fully operational because talented people were managing it on my behalf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's been for the last 20 years. I felt like not only in business life, but that also reflects in my social life. I don't want to be with people that are pushing me down, or they're trying to, that are negative, that are
Mhm.
trying to bitch about the life they don't like, or they're nagging a lot. I
Right.
like to be, I'm a very positive person. I always believe, even though if you have an obstacle, you can always overcome. And the most important thing, you got to believe in it. If you believe in something and you believe everything's going to work out, and you just have to make goals that are a little bit unattainable, because they're very ambitious. But then that's what's going to make you the greater person, because you have that ability to strive for better and surround yourself with talent, and be self-assured. Because when you can't see the big picture, if you can't see the people and how they affect your life, then you're going to be sitting and, they're just being kind of not rolling over. You're going to be standing on the same place.
Mhm.
But I think all of us need to develop. And I keep on saying that the talented people keep on developing me. And this is what I also take a lot of it, because I don't think I can build anything myself.
Mhm.
It always takes a good team, talented people to do it. So, and look at any Fortune 500 companies, or any companies that are successful. They have probably very charismatic CEOs, and very smart CEOs, but they are just lone CEOs. They can't do it without a right team of talented people. So that,
Yeah, that you've said so many amazing things. I want people to really take note on some of these. Number one, you have to work with good people to play big. And that's what so many people, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're executive, whether you're whatever is your goal in life, so many people are doing things by themselves. You can't do it by yourself. You can't create a company by yourself. You can't do big things. Playing big, in my opinion, I've always said, not only I think it's easier and it's a lot more fun because you can't do something all by yourself. But the other thing that you said that I loved is every job you've ever done, you have surrounded yourself and developed people so the company could run without you. I
right.
think so many people have this limit, and it's unrealistic desire within themselves that they want to make sure that they're needed. And it's, look, that's backwards too. You want things to run without you, because if you're building and you're teaching and you're developing people, like you said, that just means you're going to the next level, and so is everybody else that's around you going to the next level. I love what you said about who you surround yourself with. I want everybody to realize what Laura said is she does not surround herself with negative people. She doesn't do it. She doesn't surround herself with people that are complaining about small little topics. She doesn't do it. She chooses to surround herself with people that are positive, that have passion, that have drive, that want to succeed, that are willing to succeed. Not one time did she say she surrounds herself with perfect people, because guess what? Nobody's perfect. She is intentionally surrounding herself with people that are positive. And that's what we have to do. People that are talented and people that are successful are positive people. You got to look at the people that you have in your life. Now, I cannot get off the show until you talk a little bit about your career as a violinist. For those of you who don't know, a dear friend of mine, Oliver Dov, is a good friend of Laura's, and it's this association that is instrumental in having Laura on the show today. And Ala said, you've got to get Laura to tell a little bit about her experience playing violin.
Oh, well, when I was a child, I always thought that my family wanted me in Russia, in former Soviet Union, to be a violinist. So I played violin. When my family immigrated to the US, I kept playing on violin, and it actually helped me in the get an education because I got full scholarship into University of Texas, and played in the orchestra, and therefore received my tuition and full scholarship for my business education. And then through life, I think violin has always been helpful because it's an orchestra, it's a teamwork, and playing an orchestra, in playing an ability to, it's a, it helped me to be analytical, understand people, and I think it helped me in life. I love music very much so, and it's always a part of my life, but I think it's far from banking, and I never thought I was going to be a banker when I was little. I thought I was going to be a big this violinist, and it helped me a lot. So that's a story on the violin part.
Now, let me ask you this. How do you still play right now?
Periodically, not as much, not as often as I'd like to, but I do
Okay.
play. I enjoy listening more.
Now, and this is interesting because I think this is a very important point also. If you listen, what Laura did, because she's smart and she's driven, is she took a talent that she had and she used that talent to really facilitate a scholarship. So she was able to get her degree in her education for free. And then she used the lessons that she learned being a part of an orchestra and teamwork and the analytical part. And she took all of that and she used that to help her become the successful business person that she has become today. Now, what do you think is one of the biggest lessons that you learned along your journey regarding taking the lessons from one situation and applying it to the next?
Well, in my corporate world, in my business world, there's always it's okay to make mistakes. Like I've always tell my people, it's okay to make mistakes, but you make a mistake, you make once, make twice, three, you're out. So that's fair. But as long as you have, mistakes are the ones they teach how to not make a mistake. So therefore, everybody makes mistakes, including myself. I've done that. The second, I would say, do more than what's expected out of you, both in the corporate world, in your self business. When you put yourself, if you set a goal, do more than you even your goals is. Do a little more than it's expected out of you, and that way, in the corporate world, you'll be able to stand out from the army of people that are applying for the same job, for example. Or you just have to do more than what it's expected to be able to stand out and be picked for something else. I've been very fortunate in my career because every job that I had was a promotion, but I worked my butt off to get there and always did more than what people expected of me. And this is probably something that really helped me in the career. Dress for success. That's also, if you want to stand out, if you dress up well and you feel good about yourself, it's gonna reflect on your job. And talented people, whether your friends, your co-workers, and or positive people, will influence you throughout life. So that's probably 3, 4 things that I would
Yeah,
recommend.
well, I love it. I mean, I love it. And I'm going to encourage all of our listeners, those 4 things, put those 4 things up on your social media. I mean, we could do a whole nother show about social media and the experience that Laura has with being very smart and intentional and cautious and careful about your social media interaction. But here is something I think that would be phenomenal. Go put those 4 things up on social media. Write those 4 things down. It's okay to make mistakes. 1, 2, 3, no. Use your mistakes to learn and get better. It's a successful person doesn't keep making the same mistakes over and over and over and over again without evaluating. You're going to make mistakes, but evaluate them and say, hey, how can I get better? Number two, do more than what's expected. Hard work, hard work. Dress for success. Surround yourself with talented, positive people. I mean, that's phenomenal. I mean, I know we're closing up here, and I can't wait to hear the feedback from everybody. And we've got a call to action, because remember, we want to fill our brains with goodness, but we also want to act. And one of the things that we want to do with our call to actions, you're going to screenshot this, you're going to get this out. I will surround myself with. Do the hashtag play bigger. It's Tuesday. Do the hashtag transformational Tuesday, because we're in the phase of transforming our life. And one of the things Laura said is, you always are going to be striving to get better. You're always going to be striving to find new people that are talented, that are successful, that you want in your life. So our call to action today is, I will surround myself with hashtag play bigger, hashtag transformational Tuesday, hashtag whatever else that you want to hashtag. And make sure that we are lifting as we rise. And I want to say, from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of Allah's heart, and from every person that's on the program today live, all the people that are going to listen to this program via recording, and all the people that you're going to share this with. Because let me tell you, if you took one positive thing out of this show, if only one thing, which I don't know how it could only be one, because I've got about 15, but if it was just one, why would you not try and bless more people's lives? So with that, until we meet again, thank you so much, Laura, for coming on the show. Thank you so much for everybody that's attended. Share, be big, be bold, and be you. Until we meet again. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Thank you.